I was at my favorite local coffee shop this morning. Yes, Perk in Savannah. I know I only talk about it 1,000 times, but I found myself mesmerized watching these incredible baristas create the most intricate latte art design. I mean, have you ever watched this? And here I am, someone who can just barely draw a stick figure, watching them paint these gorgeous masterpieces on top of cappuccinos like it's nothing. But what struck me was how differently each customer defined their perfect cup. Some were completely captivated by the Instagram worthy art. Others were so laser focused on the temperature or the strength of the coffee. And then there were those who just wanted their caffeine fix as quickly as possible. Artwork just didn't even notice, right? But the funny thing is, as I watched person after person order their coffee, I noticed something really interesting. No one was comparing their drink to anyone else's. Nobody was saying, oh, well, my coffee isn't as good as theirs. They were just enjoying what they'd ordered, what they wanted. Well, what if we approached success this way? It got me thinking about how we measure success. We're all trying to create this perfect cup of life. But what makes it perfect? Is it the beautiful artwork that we present on top of everything? Is it the substance beneath it all? Or maybe just the simple satisfaction of achieving what we need? I had someone write to me the other day, which you can do, by the way, chad@calmitdownpodcast.com. But they wrote saying that they felt like a failure because their life didn't match the recipe, quote unquote, for success that they had been given. Prestigious career, marriage by 30, house in the suburbs, 2.5 kids. I don't know what happened to the other half, but who wrote this recipe? And then also, to go further, why do we let it define our value in life? Well, today we're going to explore what success really means, not the pre-packaged version that we are sold, but the true, authentic, soul-nourishing kind that matters to you. So, what is your favorite cup of coffee? Or should I say, what is your perfect blend of success? I'm Chad Lawson, and let's calm it down in 3, 2, 1. You know what fascinates me about coffee? How intensely personal it is. Right? We all have our favorites. One person's perfect brew is another's bitter disappointment. Some swear by their meticulous pour-over ritual, while others, they're perfectly content with just instant coffee. And we'll have to have another conversation about that one later. But success is just as personal. And somehow we've accepted this one-size-fits-all definition. It's like we're all lined up at the same coffee counter, ordering drinks we don't even like, just because that's what everyone else is having. Think about it. When was the last time that you really examined your definition of success? Not your parents' version, not social media's version, not society's version. Yours. I mean, maybe success for you is not about climbing the corporate ladder, but about having time to read bedtime stories to your kids every night. Or maybe it's not about owning a big house, but having the freedom to travel whenever you want. Maybe it's not about the relationship status, but about being truly comfortable in your own skin. Here, I will share something personal. For many, many years, we all want to be able to quantify what we're putting our hands to, and I'm no exception. So for many years, I measured success by how many venues I performed in, how many albums I'd sold, how many monthly listeners that I have. And don't get me wrong, I'm grateful. I'm incredibly grateful for every single opportunity and listener, all of you. I love you. But when I feel most successful now? It's when someone writes me to say, hey, this podcast really helped me through a dark time. Your music really comforted me. And just the other night at a concert, someone came up and said, I didn't even know you played piano. I just love your podcast. Ugh, that moment, pure gold. When I hear how my music brought someone peace during a recent hospital stay, that's when success feels real. It becomes less about the applause and the accolades and the praises and more about the impact. Even the other day, speaking of impact, oh my gosh, my heart. I wish you could see my heart right now. The other day, I was invited to a children's hospital to lift some spirits of the kids. And instead of just bringing my music, I decided to learn something new. After countless YouTube tutorials, and thank you for those people that have the time to make these, and way too many popped balloons to count, I figured out how to make balloon animals. Oh my gosh, it was so much fun. Now, I'm not winning any Balloon Artist Awards anytime soon, but when this sweet, adorable 5-year-old girl squealed with delight as soon as the balloon turned into a puppy, my heart melted. That, to me, is success. That moment wasn't about perfection. That balloon puppy probably would not win any awards, but the joy it brought, that was success, at least for me. Now, that's not to say traditional markers of success are wrong. If your heart sings at the thought of that corner office, chase it. Go after it. It is yours. But the key is making sure it's your dream that you're chasing, not someone else's. Now, here's what I want you to consider. What if we approach success like those master baristas, right? How they approach their craft. They know the basic principles, yes, of course, but they also know that each cup is unique. They adjust their technique based on the beans, and the milk, and the temperature, creating something that's technically sound, but also personally satisfying. Yes, I know, I love coffee. But do you know what else I've noticed about coffee shops? Everyone's got their usual order, that drink that they have refined over time, right? Figured out what works best for them. And even then, sometimes they try something new. They adjust it, they evolve it. Your definition of success can be like that too. You can waive your usual, but still be open to discovering new flavors. Me personally, I'm an Americano guy, but I love a good chai latte every now and then. So let's break it down how to craft your own edition of success. Grab a pen. Yes, a real pen, something you write with. I'll wait. Go ahead. First, I want you to strip away the shoulds. All those expectations that have been poured into your cup over the years. Maybe by family, by society, by media. What's left? Well, what actually matters to you. Now, write down what makes you feel fulfilled. Not accomplished or admired, fulfilled. There's a difference. Accomplishment is external. Fulfillment is internal. I'm going to say that again. Accomplishment is external. Fulfillment is internal. What activities make you lose track of time? When do you feel most alive? When do you feel most at peace? And now think about your values. Not the ones you think you should have, but the ones you actually hold dear. Is it creativity? Is it connection? Is it freedom or growth? I mean, your true success will always align with your core values. Here's another exercise. Imagine, not to be dark, and imagine you're at the end of your life looking back. What would make you think, yeah, I lived well? Not what would look good in your obituary, but what would feel good in your soul. Well, now some of you may be thinking, but Chad, I still need to pay bills. I can't just follow my bliss into poverty. I hear you. Trust me, I do. But this isn't about abandoning practical concerns. It's about finding your balance between external needs and internal fulfillment. Maybe success is doing what covers the bills while still making room for what you're passionate about. Or it's excelling in your career, not for the status, but because you truly love what you do. Maybe it's living simply, so you have more space to focus on what matters to you. But you can appreciate someone else's version of success without adopting it as your own. Did you hear that? You can appreciate someone else's version of success without adopting it as your own. Just like you can admire a beautiful latte design while preferring your own simple cup of black coffee. The beauty of crafting your own definition of success is that it grows with you. What feels like success in your 20s might not feel like success in your 40s. That's not failure. That's evolution. That's changing seasons, right? So last thing before I wrap up, I want you to do one more thing. Take out that piece of paper again. I want you to write down 3 things that made you feel successful today. Not what others would consider successful, what felt successful to you. Maybe it was making your kid laugh, right? Oh, as a dad jokes, very high on the mark. Maybe it was finally fixing that leaky faucet, or maybe it was just simply showing up when everything in you wanted to hide under the covers. Celebrate these moments. They are your victories. They are your version of success. And again, success is not a one-size-fits-all recipe. It's not even a destination. It's a path of discovering what makes you feel rich, what makes you feel meaningful, what makes you feel authentically yours. You know, some days you might want that complex artistic creation that takes time, that takes precision, like landing that big project or mastering that new skill. And other days, success might look more like a simple cup of coffee in your favorite mug, right? Enjoying the quiet of the morning. And both of these are valid. Both are perfect in their own way. And the beauty of it all is that you get to decide. You're the barista of your own life, right? You are crafting each day, each moment, each success story exactly as you define it. No fancy latte art required, just intention, authenticity, and whatever brings your soul peace. Thank you. Thank you for listening. Thank you for living. Until next time, be kind to your mind. Now remember, the most beautiful success story is the one that's truly yours. Join me again next time as we calm it down. To find more episodes of Calm It Down, see where I may be appearing in your area, or just simply want to know where to send me some chocolate chip cookies, visit calmitdownpodcast.com. This podcast was written and produced by yours truly, Chad Lawson, composer, pianist, and nationally recognized Sweet Tooth. The views, expressions, and techniques in this episode are of my personal opinion and not intended, nor should they, serve as a substitute for medical advice or diagnosis rendered to you by your individual doctor or other healthcare provider. Only a licensed physician should evaluate your situation, provide a diagnosis, or render other medical advice to you. and you should only act upon the advice of this physician. Now, I'm an extreme empath by nature, but my profession is that of a composer and pianist, not a licensed therapist or physician. I hear from thousands of listeners how my music has helped them through various stages of emotional needs, and I simply want to offer this in future podcast episodes to aid those needs. So to find a list of licensed professionals in your area, please visit calmitdownpodcast.com. And if you've enjoyed today's episode, please leave a review, or better yet, share it with a friend. While it takes less than 60 seconds to do, its impact will last for years to come, as every little bit helps in growing the awareness and the importance of mental and emotional health. Thank you for listening. Thank you for living. And until next time, be kind to your mind and join me again as we calm it down.